So when I came on board with Chicago a cappella, it was the beginning of the pandemic. And I remember having a conversation with Matt Greenberg where I said, "Did you really want me to start now?" And he said, "Oh yes, we really, really do." So starting a job like this in the middle of a pandemic is not the normal way to go about things. But we always knew we'd have to do some things new, so instead we did everything new. The listening clubs that we did, and the podcasts, and the virtual videos, and the Zoom connection things, and the StreamYard productions, all those were a way to capture aspects of what we do that the audience doesn't often get the chance to see. We also were sure that when the world ended, that we paid the singers for the work that was canceled, that couldn't be replaced. Just to say to them that we didn't know how long this would be for, but we were with them, ongoing. And just the few opportunities we've had like that, combined with the chances to work virtually in ways we didn't do before, I think have actually made us stronger in the end of it. Before the pandemic hit, we had a 3-year artistic plan, which we were really excited about, which are bigger projects that involve often a sort of diversity lens or an access lens that requires us to build more connections with more folks, sort of like we've done with Her Voice. Her Voice is public now, but it started a year ago.
Her Voice is a mentorship program and a competition. It starts off as a competition for women all over the world. We have no entrance fee, so anybody who wants to write a choir piece can submit it and try out for it.
And this year we had entries from about a dozen different countries, 20 to 30 different states, more than 70 pieces overall. And all the people who enter are part of the circle, who are in on Zoom calls and other opportunities with the panel, who are really experienced composers in their own right and who network therefore together, all the folks who entered. We also pick a small number of winners who have their works workshopped intensively after mentorship sessions with the mentor composers themselves. And we had 2 of those with us today.
This competition featuring women composers, the importance is, it can't be overstated. During my mentorship, Zenaida and I talked about specifically being Black women in the field of composition. It's just a very stark contrast from what we're taught in school and what's, the norm. It's mostly for representation, to see yourself in that role and to see, I can do that too, I can be there, I can be in that space, really helps to foster courage and confidence in what you do, because so many people, I'm sure there are plenty of female composers who say, well, I'm doing it, but I don't see it, so I don't know if I should put it out. It's not really out there.
Everyone who gets into composing wants to write music. We write beautiful music, but so it sits there on my piano at home and no one hears it, right? Learning, getting ideas on how to market things, what I should be doing, that was extremely helpful.
We know that not as many women are composers as men. It's just still, unfortunately, the reality of where we are. So to have a competition this unique that is aimed at women all over, that's free to apply, that gives you mentorship training in the business aspects, even if you don't get selected, I think makes us very unique, and I'm very excited about what we do.
And we're not done with those composers yet. We have plans to involve them in future years' stuff. Similarly, the ideas that you'll be hearing from us in the next year have an impetus that is going to last beyond this season. And I'm just really looking forward to what's next.